Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I do horizontal stripes on a cake. It is super simple. I remember when I first started making cakes, I found this one a little bit daunting. But when I learned how to do it, I was like, super simple. So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So the first thing you're going to need to do is choose what colours of fondant you're using. I'm using my daughter's favourite colour actually, a Wedgwood blue today. And I'm doing alternating Wedgwood blue and white stripes. So I've cheated a little bit. I've pre-made some stripes. But, hi Bryony, hi Cynthia, hi Linda. Yep, so I've made some stripes already, but I'll just show you how I've done it. And of course, I've done the same for the white and for the blue. A little bit of corn flour on my bench. Squish it down and roll her out. Roll up. Now, what you need to do is make sure that you measure the width of your cake, like the circumference of your cake, so you know how long your stripes have to be, because I have to go all the way around your cake. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going off camera here just for a second because I don't have my third angle, but I'm running it through a pasta machine. This is actually on the widest setting. Voila. Now the reason you want to use a pasta machine is because, or you can use spacers, you want to make sure that all your fondant strips are exactly the same thickness, alright? Otherwise it's going to look a little bit, how'd you do on the cake? Some are going to be thicker, some are going to be thinner, it's not going to be quite as uniform. I'm using one of my favourite things ever in the world. It's an acrylic ruler. They are just the best thing. Now I know that a lot of people use like strip cutters. I just find these easier, even though I've completely made a fool of myself and made that completely uneven. But you'll get the idea, peeps. You'll get the idea. And then I've just made my strip, like so. And of course, I just go ahead and make enough that it fits the entire height of the cake. So you need to measure your height as well. Make sure you've got enough around the width and enough height. All right, so I have made a dummy cake that is just sort of very roughly covered in some white fondant. So like I said, what you need to do is I do it with a fabric tape measure. Measure the circumference, and for the height I have 4.5 inches. Okay, so we need to make sure that we now cut out a piece of just plain old baking paper that is the right length to go all the way around and 4.5 inches high. Righto. I hope you can all see here because use. Next thing I'm going to do is just with some vegetable shortening, I'm going to cover the entire piece of baking paper with just a very light coating. Just a thin coat, okay? I have pre-made my strips here. Now what you need to do is line up the strips with the baking paper. Okay, just going to use this to make sure that we're reasonably straight here. So I'm just using my acrylic ruler again. Of course we're alternating, so butt it flush up. Sorry, I really wish I had an overhead here for you guys. Against the other stripe. Now because you've got the vegetable shortening in there, you can sort of manipulate it a little bit. So just making sure that they're nice and squished together and reasonably even. Is make sure that you're putting the side that you like most face down. And just go along. Do the same all the way up your piece of paper. there we have it. Now I'm going to take my mini pizza cutter and just cut off my bits at the end there. I don't even know where my paper ends. Oh yep, not bad, not bad. At least to there. Flatten it out with my smoother so that it's nice and adhered. Okay, I'm just spritzing my cake with a itty bitty bit of water. Now what you want to do is pick up your transfer, it's like a transfer sheet now, yeah? Bring it in so you can see a little better. Pick up this transfer sheet of stripes. I'm really hoping I put enough shortening on this. Pick it up, place it against the side of the cake, and pop it on. Okay, we're on. Going to now take my smoother and smooth it onto the cake. All right, and then you simply take off your transfer. And voila! You've got, oops, horizontal stripes that can totally come off. Look at that. Okay, so they've all joined up here at the back. I'm just using my ruler at the back of the cake and trying very hard on this angle to do a reasonably straight line. And then you want to move these bits and the bits that are underneath and push these guys together. And squish. Good. How easy is it? Seriously. Just grab a blade, lay it flat against the top of the cake, and cut off your excess. One of those things that you get scared of doing, and it really isn't scary at all. Smooth her all out. She's done. She's ready to decorate. It looks really crooked because my camera's crooked, but I promise you it's a dummy, so it can't be crooked. See that a bit better? There you go. That's better. Told you it's not crooked. I hope you are all staying safe and well and at home. Yeah, and looking after each other and spending quality time doing things that we don't usually have time to do. All right, guys, I will see you next time, and go and get your cake on. See you guys.